Hey boys and girls, today we're going to talk some more about fractions and we're going to talk about comparing them. Now there are two instances where we compare them. One is where they have a common denominator or the denominator is the same, and one is where they have different denominators, and that gets a little bit trickier. We're going to be using fractions on a number line as well as drawing pictures to find the connection between the two, whether one's bigger, one's smaller, whatever it may be. At the end, if we don't take too long, we'll go over the mathematical way of comparing fractions. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's look at comparing fractions with the same denominator. So let's say we have let's say we have 2/5 and we have 4/5. Okay, so let's put them on our number line. So we want to go from 0 to 1. And I want to divide it up into fifths. So 0 out of 5, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, and 4 out of 5, and 5 out of 5. Okay, so what is bigger, 0 or 1? 1 is bigger. So the further you go that way, the bigger the number gets. So what is bigger, 2/5 or 4/5? Well, 4/5 is closer to 1. So it's the bigger number. Not too crazy, right? Let's move this if I can. Down. And we'll try again. Okay. All right, let's do another one just for example purposes. Let's do 4/8 or 5/8. Sorry, we should put the greater than symbol there. So if we go from 0 to 1, we divide it into eighths. So I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8, and 0/8. Okay, so I want 4/8 versus 5/8. Which one's bigger? 5/8 is bigger because it is closer to 1. Two fractions with different denominators. Let's take a look at 2/3 and 2/6. Just take a guess right now in your brain which one you think is bigger. So let's do it with our picture first. Let's do it with these rectangles we have. So the important part when you're comparing fractions is that the two rectangles you are using are the same size. There are two ways you can do that with hand drawing. You can either draw one and then add the second one on the bottom, or you can draw one and draw a line through the middle. And then you are sure that they are the same length, which is really the important part. All right, so I cheated. I used my computer and copy and pasted so I knew we would have two the same length. Okay, so let's do 2/3 on the top. Now, I know that my drawing is not going to be perfect, but I want to get it as even as I think I can. Then let's do 2/6. So I know if I do 6, so I'm going to draw a line in the middle, and then divide this one up, and divide this one up. I have some lines that line up here. So let's put 2/3. We got to shade it in, right? So 2 out of 3 boxes. And then we need 2 out of 6 boxes. Which one is bigger? So 2/3 is the bigger fraction. How would we do that on a number line? Let's do one we already know now. Let's do this one and do it on a number line. So we both need to be from 0 to 1. Same idea, the number lines have to be the same distance. So 2/3 and 2 sixths. So I have 0 thirds, 1 third, 2 thirds, 3 thirds. I have 0 sixths, 1 sixth, 2 sixths, 3 sixths, 4 sixths, 5 sixths, and 6 sixths. So 2 sixths spells right here, 2 thirds spells right there. The one closest to the 1 is the bigger number. So let's use this to take a look at your work. So we did equivalent fractions the other day. We want comparing fractions. Okay. So comparing fractions, which fraction is larger, 6/8 or 2/8? Same thing. Plot them on your number line. Whichever one is closest to 1 is the larger number. And you will notice that if the denominators are the same, the larger numerator is the larger number. But that isn't the same if they are different denominators. So I feel like the same denominator is fairly easy. So let's go down to if the denominators are different. So if the denominators are different, they have these lovely boxes drawn for you. So you're going to shade in, I have 2 thirds, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which is bigger, 2 thirds or 5 sixths? Well, 5 sixths takes up more of the bar. Which is bigger, 1/2 or 3/10? 1/2 takes up more of the space. So that's not too bad. This one, they give you the number lines, you just have to find them. So looking at this one, whereas 3 sixths, it's right here, whereas 2 thirds right here. Which one's closer to 1? 2 thirds. It's kind of like a race. Who's closest to the finish line? Okay. So then coming down here, they just give you the fractions. It says use your fraction strips to help you or use the butterfly method. We haven't talked about that yet. What's the butterfly method? Well, the butterfly method looks like this. So let's say we have, let's go back to what we started with here. We have 2 thirds and we have 2 sixths. What does a butterfly look like? It has 2 wings and the body. So we're going to multiply. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. And then you're going to look at which one was bigger. Was it the 12 or the 6? 12 is bigger, so that's going to be your bigger fraction. Easy peasy. Let's take one we haven't. Let's take a really odd one. Let's take 2/5 versus 3/7. Okay? Circle it. Circle it. 7 times 2 is 14. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 is bigger, so 3/7 would be bigger. And there you have it. That's how you compare fractions. Not too hard, right? I hope this helps you. And again, if you need more help or need more information, please contact myself or your teacher, and I can break it down even further for you. All right, we'll see you later, friends.